bienvenidos a Deuces Wild Motherfuckers!
Well, hello there, Mr. Stormy Central Eric Byrnes.
The storms out here in Northern California, Thrill, are intense right now. Crazy thunderstorms in the Reno, Tahoe area. So I've been dealing with zero internet, but worry not, Deuces Wild fans, because I actually have an iPad and I'm running it off. I was running off a cellular on the iPad as the Colorado Rockies just get one run across the board. Now 2-1 Gigantes. We'll get into this game in a second. A little shit ground ball up the middle, base hit that's going to score a run. But what I did do through is I'm now sharing the connection because my iPad T-Mobile connection sucked. So then I'm sharing the cellular connection from my phone to the iPad. At any point, this show could totally fucking combust, and I'd just like to apologize to our entire audience.
It could combust. Hey, that's a horrible idea. What time, Jack? That's all
I don't know.
say.
It might be around 7:30, I'm guessing.
Who knows? It might be in the next minute or two.
I love that shirt, Thrill. I really do.
Hey, this is so me and you right here. It is like, okay, who thought of this up? I'm in.
That's a total answer. Like, I was playing ping pong with Biscuit earlier today, and we have this rule where whoever gets 20 points, then at that point, right, the other guy serves, so you give him a chance to come back, and he has to make his second serve no matter what, but he gets one free serve. But along the way, we actually came up with this rule. It's called body bags, where he can throw it up in the air, hit it as hard as he can, and if I don't get out of the way of the ping pong,
it's almost like dodgeball.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible, man. I don't know why I literally have been convinced. I think I came up with the game, and now I'm trying to get out of it, but there's no way out.
There you go. Hey, before we get going here,
yep.
I'm up here at my ranch. We got a bad hog problem. I'm up here whacking and stacking, but I brought my buddy up here with me, my dog, and I got to show him to you. Linda?
Oh, look, I see him.
Let's see if I can get out of the way. There we go. All right. There he is. He's gassed, Linda. That's a 70-pound lab out cold right there. So that is Doc, ladies and gentlemen. And
I hope it's not me.
And he's a good one. He's a good one for the thrill.
Thrill, are you with us? I don't know, once again, if it's mine or yours. Hopefully, you can X out and come back in. Let's talk to the audience right now and see what they're seeing. Can you still hear me at this point? It's always a bad idea to try to touch the camera or the laptop or anything else. For all I know, it's me. So we'll wait to get Thrill back on, possibly wait to get me back on. It says chat pause. No, I don't want to pause chat. This gives me a minute to remind everybody that we are sponsored by...
How about now?
You're back, motherfucker.
Yay.
The Foot Reflexology Board. That's our title sponsor tonight. Go to ericbyrnes.com, EricByrnes.com. Reduce inflammation, reduce stress, alleviate pain from your feet and elsewhere. It promotes better sleep. Yet also, in the morning, you stand on this motherfucker, it will energize your day. ericbyrnes.com for your Foot Reflexology Board. Thrill, you are back and in action. Doc is probably still sleeping.
Doc is definitely still sleeping. I wore his ass out today, so he's down for the count. So, but anyway, Hey, how the hell did we go, off kilter a little bit, and all of a sudden we got foot reflexology? How the shit did that happen?
That was perfect to get into the title sponsor of
Oh,
tonight's show.
we have a
Only be
new title sponsor.
no, we have no title sponsor, and that's why I went to foot reflexology. So I might as well pump out my own shit. And while you were there at ericbyrnes.com, you can grab a Daily Hustle 222 unfiltered life guidance by a human crash test dummy, along with a Let Them Play parenting and coaching guide to use sports.
Hey,
Apparently,
everybody in the chat room knows that you're a human crash test dummy. Everybody knows that.
and I'm good with that. All right, Thrill, let's get right into it. Rafael Devers tonight.
Yes.
I watched this live. I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like this on a baseball field. He hits a home run, watches it. You could tell he knew he got it, but took his time, ran down to first base, tiny little bat flip. We are very used to seeing this in the game of baseball in today's game. But then Kyle Freeland starts chirping at him. Devers chirps back. The umpire gets in between. Willie Adames runs out there. Matt Chapman runs out there. It looked like there may have been a couple at least shoves, if not punches thrown at the end of the whole fiasco. Adames thrown out. Chapman thrown out. Freeland thrown out. Your thoughts on what just happened in Colorado?
I watched it on replay because when we got in the chat room, everybody was talking about it. Even your boy Crudelli, and yeah, I mean, I watched it and I've seen a lot worse. Must have been he just caught Kyle Freeland on a bad day, and Kyle said a bunch of shit to him, and he wasn't taking it. And then I know Chapman and Adames got ejected. I didn't see why Chapman got ejected. I know Adames threw a punch or two. So, and then even in the chat room, they were talking about it. Evidently, today is Adames' birthday. So, because yeah,
I don't know what happened. Are we still here? Am I still here? This is just kind of a shit show. So I apologize to everybody. I'm going to put a hi in the chat room, see if I can unchaz. Oh, no thrill. Do you still have me? Does everybody still have me? And is there no thrill again? Okay. Well, we're here. Okay. All right. Well, let's get right into it. I'll give you my thoughts. Basically, what happened, in my humble opinion, is Rafael Devers hits the homer. He stands there for a second, but it was not egregious. At no point did he ever look at Kyle Freeland. He then goes down the line.
how about now?
You're good, Thrill. You're back.
God damn it.
So I kind of feel better because it's not on me right now.
Well, it was on you earlier. Evidently, the second half is on me.
It was way on me earlier. Okay, Thrill. Well, let me just.
All right. So did you hear my response?
I got some of it, but I definitely want to hear more. So let's do this again. Your thoughts on what just happened in Colorado?
All right. So I've seen a lot worse, as you have, and I didn't think kind of anything out the ordinary from today's bullshit bat flips and all that sort of stuff. I just think that maybe Kyle Freeland was having a bad day and took exception to it, and and I know that Adames, he got the heave ho because he threw a punch. And by the way, it's his birthday. Everybody in the chat room's been talking about it. It's his birthday, so he's like, I'm going to get me some birthday cake. And then I I don't know. I don't know what happened to Chapman, but somebody said that I think he shoved somebody or something like that. But I mean, it's ridiculous. And on top of that, they got Phil Cousy behind home plate, and he's not the best anyway.
No, Thrill, I'm with you, dude. So basically, the way I see it, Adames hits the homer, appreciates his swing for a
No,
second.
Devers hits the homer.
Yeah, sorry. Let's try this again. Rafael Devers hits the homer, appreciates it for a second, and then runs down the first baseline, flips the bat. But at no point did he ever look at Kyle Freeland. And then as he's rounding first base, Freeland loses his shit and starts screaming at Devers. Well, then Devers rounds first base, starts screaming back. Phil Cousy gets in between the two of them. He really just ran out to Kyle Freeland and sort of held him back, saying, yo, dude, no, don't talk to him like that. And then all mayhem broke loose. The way I look at this, in today's game, what Rafael Devers just did was really fucking normal. And on top of that, this is Rafael Devers. This is a dude that's been a perennial all-star every single season. This is a guy that surely has earned his stripes in the big leagues. If Kyle Freeland wants to yell at some rookie that just got called up for admiring his home run, go ahead. But as far as I'm concerned, are you going to yell at Rafael Devers in this situation? That does not make sense to me. I thought it was fucking stupid. And if you're Kyle Freeland at that point, just keep your mouth shut. Give me the ball, right back on it. Kyle Freeland's used to giving up homers, dude. The guy's given up a lot through the course of his career. So I don't know why he took exception to this one so much. It really wasn't anything out of the ordinary as far as I'm concerned. Oh, fuck. How does he come back perfect every time? I mean, that's the big question. Yeah, Josh, I did see Chapman shove a little bit. But the question then becomes, what prompted the shoving? You got a lot of dudes running out there. Better internet in Mississippi. But there is no internet in Mississippi. I mean, if I'm still firing here, I mean, can we respect the fact that I figured this shit out tonight? Is that true? True or false? As I type into the chat. Quite honestly, I thought it was fucking stupid. I thought Kyle Freeland was completely out of line. And even as much as I'm with Thrill and I don't love all the pimping and everything that's going on, Will's like, am I out again? He's got to be, right? Yeah. Josh, thank you. All right, Josh, give him a call. Let's walk him through this. So, just going on with this thing, I would say that, look, if you're Kyle Freeland and I don't know, one of the Giants rookies who just got called up, pimped a home run, and you want to say something as he's rounding the bases, I'm totally with you. Oh, what a play right there. Oh, shit, no. Never mind, that's Karros. Kyle Karros, by the way, son of former big leaguer Eric Karros. And then here's the recap. And they're showing Devers right there. Freeland's not really looking at him. And it wasn't like this majestic homer. Yeah, so that's why Chapman got ejected. He runs up and just shoves Kyle Freeland. I don't think you could do that. You probably want to come up and you get in between. But the shove was sort of a little bit of an instigator, and then that just escalated things even more. The one thing I would say, though, is that even Phil Cousy getting in between the two of them escalated the situation. So, Thrill, what about that? Phil Cuzzy gets in between the two of them. Back in your day, would umpires do that? Like, I felt like they would stay out of it more.
They kind of once everything sort of came together, they got the fuck out of Dodge. Before that, they would try to not get the situation escalated, but then once it started up, they got out the way, let the boys be boys.
Thinking back upon your career, and we obviously all remember the massive, massive, massive brawl in St. Louis that took place. Is there anything else? Was there another one that you think about that may have resembled what we saw here tonight?
There were some good ones back in the day. If you guys go back and Google the Braves and Padres
Oh,
and
fuck.
Kurt Bavacqua and some of those guys, they went up in the stands after people. That was a really good one. Yeah, we had other ones too. Matter of fact, he passed away not too long ago, but you even played a clip of Lenny Randall. He got
Oh,
one
one of
thrown
my favorites.
behind him, huh?
Yeah, one of my favorites. This
Remember?
is one of my favorite brawls of all time.
Yeah, he got one thrown behind him, and he was like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey!" And then the next pitch, he bunted, and he's running to first, and he veered off and just freaking poleaxed the pitcher. So that was a really good one. So we had some sure enough good ones back then.
If that was not the most savage move that I've ever seen on a baseball field, I don't know what the fuck is. A
Yeah, no, I'm
guy
with you.
throws behind you. You then bunt up the first baseline. You veer off and you fucking tattoo the pitcher who's going to field the ball. And
Oh, and
it's like, this is
by the
it.
way, he laid down the perfect bunt to where the pitcher had to field it, and so he's fielding it and just gives him an open lane to annihilate him.
Dude, that's a filthy pitch. And this guy, Fernandez, just keeps fouling these balls off. He likes the ball down in and in. I mean, it's a little 3-2. Looks like a slider that he's thrown through. So we're in an epic showdown right now. 2-1 Giants. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He just threw a slider down and in. What are we looking for here?
He's either going to double up with the slider or go sinker away.
Change up away. Oh, wow.
Nice
Filthy.
pitch. Nice pitch.
Webb was in the mix too earlier tonight. Look at this changeup. Fuck, man. That's some kind of movement, huh?
Yeah. So that's the thing that you and I talked about, in the past is how, the ball, when you see it out there, it's like when it gets to you, it's in a different location. I mean, it's moving so much that you got to guess where the hell it's going to wind up. And that's the thing that I keep telling everybody about these guys with the velo. It's like, dude, when I see it out there, when it gets to me, it's in the same fucking spot. Yeah, it's coming pretty goddamn quick, but it's in the same fucking spot. Look at that one right there. I mean, he goes to swing at that ball, and that ball moves 10 to 12 inches right there.
At least, yeah. There's a nice little riding fastball. I mean, that
Yeah.
really was a big difference between when you played and the guys playing today. I would love to have seen how much movement happened on a baseball when you were playing to see if it would be less or more. I got to believe it was more.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's but by far way more. Matter of fact, Logan Webb is a throwback to our
Yep.
time. And
100%.
you know, I had this discussion in the back of the plane with Big Daddy Rick Russell, because he would throw, and you and I have talked about this before. He'd throw a fastball 82, then 188, then 185, and all that. And so he's just taking a little off, putting a little on, throwing a breaking ball, throwing a change up. And I asked him. I said, "Big Daddy," I said, "what's the big deal? Why are you, changing speeds off your fastball?" He goes, "I got 8 guys chasing it around behind me." He goes, "I'm just trying to take the sting out the bat." He said, "I'm not trying to strike anybody out." He said, "I just don't want them to catch it on the meat on the barrel." I'm like, shit, that made all the sense in the world.
So that brings up a really big question that a lot of people ponder today. How valuable is the strikeout as opposed to weak contact?
Put it this way: in our era, I mean, guys expected the ball to be put in play, and everybody was on their toes. Now, I think that some of the errors that you're seeing now is because guys aren't expecting the ball to be put in play. Um, what I mean? Because these fields that they're playing on right now are absolutely freaking manicured. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about you don't. If you get a bad hop on these fields right now, I mean, it's like once in a blue moon. Whereas we used to get bad hops like all the fucking time. And but at the same time, I was expecting the ball to be put in play. I was expecting the ball, all right, it's coming to me or it's going to Robbie, and I might have to go after it. He might have to go after it and pull me off and maybe all that sort of stuff. Whereas now, dude, it's either strike out, pop up, or something like that.
Farmer goes down. He gets absolutely fucked. The ball was way off the plate. The only question is whether or not he swung. I think the umpire actually did call it a strike. It was way off. But could you imagine if they had an umpire like Eric Gregg today?
Oh God. Oh God.
What would the players do?
The players, I mean, he'd be in an argument every game, because I mean, there were some pitches that were called by Eric Gregg where I mean, and I wasn't the guy that turned around and showed you up, but it was like it like caught me off guard to where I like had to turn around and go, Eric, seriously? And he's like, yeah, I got that one right on the corner, Thrill. I'm like, Eric, that's in the other batter's box, dude. I mean, that's in the other batter's box. I don't know how you thinking that's a corner. And so, anyway, I mean, God bless him. He has passed on, but woof, woof. All you got to do is look at Fred McGriff and Gary Sheffield against Levon Hernandez back in the day, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like, holy shit. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
3 feet.
No, you
Three
couldn't even reach it,
feet.
man. No, you could not
Three
reach it
feet.
with a
Fred,
goddamn oar.
Fred McGriff. Fred McGriff turned around, and I don't know what Fred said. I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it, but you could just see like the look on his face is, you have got to be shitting me. You legitimately called that a strike? So anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. All right, so the Giants right now, Thrill, back at 500. They had to
Yeah.
fight their way
Yeah, how
back there,
about it?
but they're there.
How about it? We talked about it. It took them a little while to do it, but they did it. Thank God. Um, end of August, first part of August was not pretty, as we know. But end of August, they came on strong. Uh, I think coming into tonight's game right now, they're 8-2 in the last 10, and they have climbed to within 5 games of the last wild card spot. So they need to keep it rolling, baby. They need to keep it rolling.
Isn't that wild how this game is? It's just a
Yep.
game of streaks, man. Right?
And you know what? You know what? You and I talked about it before. The Giants have not had a streak all year long. It's like, come on, man. You got Chapman and Adamas and Devers and all the pieces, Jung Hoo and Elliot Ramos. You got some good pieces. It's like, somebody get hot all at the same time. Let's get
All right,
2 or 3
so
guys all at the same time.
So,
And
Thrill, here's Rafael Devers right here. He had the homer
okay,
earlier in the game that caused the fisticuffs somewhat. He then struck out his second at bat. But I actually was wondering if it's possible that they go ahead and drill him at some point.
they should.
Oh, dude. He hits a line drive. I saw him in his
If you
first at bat,
if
Thrill.
if you had any balls, you'd freaking drill him.
You
Ladies
think
and
so, like,
gentlemen,
right? Like to show your teammate? We are sponsored by Jack Daniels. Really
Jack
good friend of the
Daniels
program.
in
You
the
could send
barrel.
what is it? Is this the Thrill Collection, Jack Daniels?
This is the Thrill Collection, and Jack every now and then he talks to me in that Cajun Yak Daniel, and sometimes I listen to him, sometimes I don't. So anyway,
Oh, it's so good. What do you drink? Jack and Sprite?
Jack and Sprite. That's me. That's me. So anyway,
Yeah,
so this is old school type of shit, right? And old school type of shit is, hey, look, Freeland had a little brouhaha with this guy. All right, if Freeland gets ejected and all that sort of stuff, I'm gonna have his back. I might drill that motherfucker, right?
yeah.
But that's the old school. Now it's like, all right, Kyle got ejected. I can't get ejected. Well, that's bullshit. Yeah, you can. You can go back up your teammate if you wanted to. But hey, look, that's just the way it is in today's game. And I mean, and I've had this talk with 3 or 4 guys. It was like, one of the reasons why you guys get drilled so much is because y'all got cement shoes standing in that batter's box. You think nobody's throwing at you and all that sort of stuff. And if one starts at you, you just wear it. Back in the day, you knew that shit might be coming up in there, and you were like a little light on your toes. You know what I mean?
I got a PSA for pitchers. Every one of the best pitchers I ever faced threw it, motherfuckers, and they
Oh,
went
yeah,
at them hard.
hell yeah,
Every one of the best.
hell
You name it. It doesn't matter who it is. Randy Johnson, top of the list, obviously threw it, dudes. Roger Clemens threw a fucking dudes. Pedro threw it, dudes. Maddox threw it, dudes. These guys didn't give a fuck, and I don't care what their personality was. They would throw at guys. So today's pitchers, you guys do what you want to do, bro. I'm kind of a position player. I'm always kind of side that way. But you want to be great, you better throw it a motherfucker every now and then.
Hey, look, that that was I had that discussion right there. That discussion I had with Bob Gibson after I retired, and I was doing the special assistant gig for the Cardinals, and he told me he said
Oh
I'm
shit!
not.
Hold on a second, Thrill. Casey Schmidt gone. He knocked the guy over the blue fucking shirt. You gotta watch this.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
This was unbelievable. Pat Burrell's looking at it too. He saw the same fucking thing, man. What a shot by our guy, Casey Schmidt. Friend of No Filter Network, follows the program, and he just had a shining moment here on Deuces Wild Live when he knocked the motherfucker out of his seat. Watch
Down
this. Ready?
goes Frazier. Here we go. Here we go. Check it out. And boom.
Oh, you got to watch it from the front. Oh, look. Everyone's telling him what happened. He's like, no way. Is he okay? Is he okay? He doesn't give a shit if he's okay. Come on, Casey. You don't have to act like you care. We got to go back and show that. I mean, what a horrific job by the TV crew. It was so good, dude.
That's awesome. Hey,
Oh,
that's
man.
the beauty of fucking this platform. How many times have we had this happen to me and you while we're watching something live and you're like, yeah, that's what we're talking about right there.
Bro, Casey Schmidt, I really have enjoyed watching him play, man. He plays the game the right way. He gets after it. He's very humble. There's a lot to like about this kid.
Yeah, no, and you and I have talked about it before. All right, I told you this, and I told everybody in the organization this. You know, he's got Matt Chapman in his way, but coming up through the minor leagues, he was a Gold Glove third baseman by far. I promise you, he was going to win a Gold Glove at third base if he'd have made it to the major leagues as a full time third baseman. He's that good over there. But he's got the resident Gold Glover over there. So now he's doing a little second, short, first. He's doing whatever he can to get in the lineup. And nice job, Casey.
Players play though, Thrill, right? And
Right. Yeah.
he's been in that lineup very consistently as of late, and he's one of the reasons why the Giants have had such a nice resurgence. It says a lot to me. It really does that these guys are willing to go out there, number one, and fight for one another. I like that Adames had Devers back. I like that Chapman went out there right away to Freeland. Is like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm with you. Plus on top of that, the little winning streak, it pretty much comes about, and I don't know why, but it comes about because the Giants started hitting a few homers here and there. That just shows you in today's game how much a home run means. Back in the day, it was more about stringing shit together, and then man, somebody would pop one and hit a 3-run homer. Now, I mean, a solo shot is just as good as anything else.
It is Thrill, but like this debate can go on because I actually saw something today. You got runners at second and third, 2
Who
outs.
is that just hit this now?
That was Dom Smith, base hit up the middle.
Yeah, that was a good job of hitting.
Yeah,
He's
nice
been
piece.
he's
Wilmer
been
Flores now up.
quietly, Dom Smith has been quietly, doing a real good job, and having some good ABs.
Yeah, here's Wilmer Flores. Fouls this ball back.
This is the
But
guy you don't
look.
throw middle into. You
So
throw a middle in.
Casey Schmidt is 10th homer of the year. I'm trying to look up some of these Giants numbers right now. Yeah, you had Schmidt come in for Adames, and you had Smith come in for Chapman. Smith's having a nice year, 287 on the year, 751 OPS. Not bad at all.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
No, right?
Hey, bud.
What do you got? You got the pup there?
Yeah, he woke up. Now he wants to be petted. So
All right.
here.
We'll pet him, but don't move the camera though, man. It screws with the connection.
No, stop. 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 There you go. There you go.
Oh, here we go again, Thrill.
What we
2-run
got?
homer. Wilmer
I told you,
Flores.
do not throw Wilmer Flores middle in. It gets crushed. If you come in on Wilmer Flores, you better get it in there. If you leave it out over the dish, it gets hammered. He hunts middle in.
Let's take a look at this swing, but it's now 5-1 San Francisco,
That's
and
what
this
I'm talking
team
about.
is hot. You have to do some backup slider, bro.
Yeah, middle in. Go get him. See ya. Didn't want to be ya.
Ooh, that ball's pissed up the middle. That cost?
Who hit that one? I couldn't see. It was a Cost?
Yeah. No. That had to been Matos. If it's after Flores.
Yeah, it's got to be Matos. He's been a pleasant surprise since he came back up.
How about the Giants thrill? What was it like when you went into other cities and you would have the home fans on your side? San Diego, I know it happened a lot.
Oh, San Diego had happened. LA had happened. Um, we had a good road traveling team, so it was a lot of fun. A lot of
Thrill,
fun.
one of the videos that resurfaces a lot, and I just saw it the other day, and I wanted to ask you about it, was in 1987 when you guys clinched the National League West title. Tell me about your experience after the game that led up to the infamous interview on KTVU and your conversation with the reporter.
Gary Park was his name, and I had no idea because it had never happened before. Because the cameras were never allowed to be live in the clubhouse, and that was the first year they were live. And I'm dropping f bombs and everything else. I'm squirting champagne on all people and the whole works. And yeah, I went a little. Put it this way: I was told that I overmodulated a little too much,
What the
and I was
fuck does
like,
that mean? I still don't know what it means.
so
What is
anyway, so
overmodulated?
after everything was said and done, I had to do it a little bit of an apology because of the
Oh,
F bombs
fuck
I was
them,
dropping.
dude. Seriously?
And
They were lucky to have you.
yeah, and then after that, every time I saw Gary Park, I'm like, "Is this live?" And he would have to tell me, "Yeah, it's live," or "No, it's not." And if he said, "Yeah, it's live," I'm like, "I'm not doing it with you, Gary. See ya. Bye."
I believe you are a bit overmodulated. Shut the fuck up, Gary.
Yeah, yeah.
Quit being a
Played
bitch.
162 motherfucking games, and we freaking won the division. Thank God I'm in the freaking playoffs in my second year in the major leagues. I hit 35 freaking homers, and I drove in 91 that year, hitting in the 7 slot. It's like, you bet your ass I was fucking overmodulating. I had a fucking
Yeah.
great year. I was loving life.
And I still don't know what overmodulated is, but I want to be fucking overmodulated too.
No shit. Well, you are overmodulated. You're just straight overmodulated.
Oh fuck, Gary. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, man. The video always comes back up.
Yeah.
Like
No,
it's just say, show up
it
here,
comes
there,
up.
whatever.
It comes up, and people ask me the same thing. I'm like, dude, when
Hey,
you go
Thrill.
through
So
when you go through 162 games, and here's the thing, all right, and this is what I tell everybody: you go through 162 games. Back then, you had to win the division, otherwise you went home. You went
yeah,
fucking home. There was no wild card. There was no, another central division. It was East and West. You had two fucking teams that would win, and then those two teams played each other for the World Series. That was it. And so you bet your ass I was freaking happy.
Thrill. 103 wins for your 1993 San Francisco Giants team.
Yep.
Your last
And
year with the Giants.
yeah, and then walked my ass on home. And the Giants decided not to send me a contract, and so I wound up not being a Giant anymore until, thank God, in 2008, Bill Newcomb, when he took over, came knocking on my door, and I was so happy. God, I was so happy.
That's home, huh? Ooh, nice swing by Koss. Is this ball going to get in a gap? No, it's going to hang up there. Doyle has made a couple of real nice plays out there in center field. Looks like an athlete. Well, the Giants, Casey Schmidt, a homer. And here we go. Finally, they keep giving it the dog shit view. I'm going to have to call out. I don't even know what I'm watching. Comcast, Fox, NBC. I can't keep up with your guys' shit. Okay? But I'll tell you this. When Casey Schmidt hits a home run and he knocks a fucking guy over, and the guy comes down like this and gets back up like I'm fine, we have to show it 15 times after that. And then
Oh,
we're going
by
to talk
far.
about it. What is
By
wrong
far.
with you guys?
By far. And on top of that, you know that freaking ESPN or somebody like that's going to have a highlight of it, and they're going to make fun of the dude to no end. and these guys could have the perfect opportunity to do it on the broadcast, and they're not doing it. So
We're not showing a replay. If I'm in the booth, I'm like, give me a replay, give me a replay, give me a replay. Unless it was something grotesque where he fell back, he split his head open, emergency services, then rushed. I get that. I don't want to see that. I'm good. This guy was lying on the ground like this with a big smile on his face. Maybe I'm missing something here, dude. I don't know. I don't know if you. I
don't think you're missing anything. I think that
if he was in a wheelchair, maybe.
Hey, that's why the Colorado Rockies are in last place. You're not missing anything.
You know what's cool though, Thrill? I saw this the other night. The Colorado Rockies are like pretty far up there in attendance.
In attendance?
Yeah, that's good for the game of baseball. It's just a beautiful park. You got a lot of Denver transplants, so people from other areas of the country that settled in Denver that will come and watch their team. Thrill, what is it? What is that? What is that? A knife?
Yeah, I'm just
Let's look at the knife, man. What do you got here?
No shit. I gave this knife to everybody at the ranch, so pretty much everybody has this knife. If you're a double deucer, it's got the logo on it and all that sort of stuff. So pretty cool shit.
So you're not gonna believe this, dude. I'm in the airport the other day in Las Vegas, and I'm minding my own business. I'm sitting actually in one of those seats that faces out to the window. And you can see the planes land and take off and very calm and peaceful. And a woman comes up to me. It's like, da, da, da. I'm like, whoa. Oh, it was one of the women from Southwest. And I go, oh shit. Like, am I getting bumped for my flight? Like, what's happening here? And she goes, excuse me, are you Mr. Byrnes? I said, yes, ma'am. Like, how can I help you? She goes, well, I just want to let you know. And then all the shit going through my fucking head here, right? Like, we booted you off the flight because they were doing these things like, hey, it said this flight's oversold. If anyone's willing to take vouchers, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, this is it. Like, I'm getting the boot. And she goes, I love yours and Will Clark's podcast on No Filter Network.
Yes.
She goes, I was a huge Will Clark fan growing up, and to watch the two of you guys every single week has completely like made my, I don't want to say day or life or whatever. I don't want to take it a little too far. I believe Wendy was her name. Hopefully I'm not butchering this. But Wendy then said she has a kid that played college baseball or is still playing. And she goes, I send them all the clips and I make them watch. And I'm like, oh, this is so good.
Wendy, you have made the big time. You have made Deuces Wild. So thank you, Wendy, for all your support throughout the years. Hey, one of the things we hadn't done in a little bit, we hadn't ripped the pack or all that sort of stuff, but I know they're firing it up in the chat room right now. Bill and JT and Big Mike and all of them are firing it up in the chat room. I'm just letting you know that these companies now, and I don't know if they're doing it for you or not, but they're coming out with new sets, and these new sets are like big time. I mean, like big time. I've signed probably, I don't know, 20 or 30,000 cards in the last 2 months, and they're all completely new top sets. They're new Panini sets. I've sent Josh and Big Mike pictures of them and all that sort of stuff, and I'm starting to see where people are like getting like limited runs of them. They'll like say, card 21 of 99 kind of thing. So the baseball card industry is doing pretty damn well right now.
Oh, dude, it's doing incredible. And no, I haven't gotten any, but I know you have. And they do. They take like a lot of the legends of the game and they capitalize on it. I mean, bro, I collected every one of your cards when I was a kid. I had every Will Clark card. I am going back to my mom's house in a couple days. Thrill. I'm going to take all the different Will Clark cards that I have, and I'm going to take a picture. And I want to know like how many I don't have, because there's at least 30 different cards of yours that I do have. A base hit for the Rockies here is going to make it 5-2.
You know what? To kind of answer that question a little bit, back in the day when the baseball card industry was on a roll, all right, each company was making I don't know, 8 to 10 sets a year, and so I mean they had all kinds of freaking cards coming out, and now needless to say, it's trimmed back a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's
Supply and
still
demand,
like.
dude. So they've limited the supply now, and smart.
Yeah, exactly. It's supply and demand, but I'm signing cards that have pieces of baseball bat, and I'm signing cards that got
Yeah.
pieces of jersey and pieces of leather from gloves, and I mean it's amazing some of the stuff that's going on in the baseball card industry right now. I know, like I said, I know Mike's up on it. Our friend Jared, over there in Reno, is up on it, and Josh always follows it pretty close too.
So I think it was Jared, by the way, and this was I was getting to the second part of the story after Wendy. So right after Wendy, I believe it was Jared who came up to me in the Las Vegas airport, and we were flying back to Reno, and Jared's like, Byrnes, hey, like this. I'm like, what's up, man? And he goes, here, let me just show you something. And he kind of goes, da-da-da-da-da. And he shows me like a text message exchange with you to show me that he knows you. And he's like, dude, love the show. Like, I'm obviously Jared, like, really, really nice guy. So
yeah.
bullshitted with him for a few minutes. It's good to see the DEUCES WILD podcast love out there.
Oh, we get so much love. I mean, you got Jared and you got Big Mike over there in Reno. I mean, those guys are spreading the love in Nevada. I mean, all over the place. And then, Josh is doing it there in the Bay Area with you. But I mean, it's so much fun. And then, I would have never. I mean, with the exception of Deuces Wild, I'd have never met some of these people. I mean, Linda, I love you to death. You and Nora, and seeing you guys at the autism, but then also seeing y'all at some of the games, and see Rodolfo down in San Jose. Every time I go to San Jose, I see Rodolfo. So I mean, it's becoming a kind of an extended family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, dude. That's super cool. Rodolfo, a little shout out, Redwood City, California. Thrill Otani tonight hit his 100th homer as a Dodger, and it was his hardest hit ball ever. This just happened. It was 120 miles per hour
Oh, jeez.
off of Pirates rookie Bubba Chandler. And, Bubba throws like 100 himself. What a fucking shot
So
by Otani
in other words,
that probably could have killed somebody in the stand.
it came in at 100, and he dead centered it. It went out at 190.
I mean, I want you guys to take a look at this. This is really fun.
Right.
There's Bubba Chandler.
Don't throw it, Bubba. Bubba, don't throw it. Wait a second. Boom!
I mean, look at that thing leave his bat.
Gone.
Can you imagine if that hit that dude in the front row of Coors Field? That would be a he just disappear.
We still have to have a replay of that. I don't care what happens. We got to get
I know. Maybe there's something more that had gone on. Even if he is in a wheelchair. Like, I don't know. He just lift him back up. He's fine. Why is everyone so sensitive these days?
Hey, put the parking brakes on and flip him back up.
Hey, Thrill. So, put the parking brakes on.
What?
The one thing I don't do, and I have to ask you, like, I very much respect. Like, I'll never park in a wheelie spot, man. Right? Like, you see that handicap, but you know what upsets me is when I see somebody park there and they got the placard and then they get out. It's just like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Like, that's for people that don't walk well. that like either you're moving or you're in a wheelchair. That's like the pre-boards for that Southwest flight. There was like, and ask Jared about this shit. There had to have been 30 pre-boards. You know what my number was? A1. I paid for Business Select a fuck ton of money. And there's 30 people that got on that motherfucker before me. 30. Because they want a pre-board. All you got to say, you know this, it's terrible. If you say, you don't have to give them a reason. Just say, I need a pre-board.
Yep,
That's it.
Yep. I need pre-board. And then on top of that, even though I can walk all the way down this terminal, I need a wheelchair to get on the plane.
It's amazing how they fire up out of that chair when they get on the plane, isn't it?
They get to the end of that damn thing and they pew, like somebody ejected their asses out of the wheelchair. Bastards.
Oh, dude.
Guess what? We're all on the same flight. You go on the same spot I'm going. We're all going to get on the plane together.
You got to walk it off, man. If you can walk, you got to walk it off. Like, that's it. If you can't walk, you can't walk. And I really, really respect those who can't. Like, I
get it. I
get it. I see it. I'm like, man, like, I feel for you. Like, okay, let's, fight through this together, whatever. Like, how can I help? But like you said, Thrill, like when they come in like this, like it's just, then all of a sudden it's like, all right, sir, here it is. Where are you playing? We need to get up and walk down the aisle. It's like, shoo.
You know what?
What?
Another one that gets me. All right, here's another one that gets me, and you've seen this one before. Everybody in the audience has seen this one before. They got the fucking backpacks on, and they're coming down. Somebody asks a question. They like turn around like this, and boom, they hit you upside the head with the fucking backpack. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, fucking watch what you're doing. You dumbass. You got a fucking backpack on. How about fucking take the backpack off and fucking carry that motherfucker down there so you don't hit me upside the head. All right. That's first off. All right. And look, I got the goddamn dog back there. I love him to death. Don't worry, I love him to death. I'm not taking the fucker on a plane flight. Plus, on top of that, now these bastards are taking like 2 and 3 on a plane flight. I got a fucking petting zoo behind me, sitting there behind me, going. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Leave your goddamn dogs at home.
Oh, dude. That's so good.
There's my rant for the night. Woo!
Ironically, on my last flight, I had a dog. But this was a legit service dog lying right next to me. And you know what the dog did do, Thrill? It disallowed anybody from sitting in the middle seat because he took up the whole row. And I'm like, perfect. And then the flight before that, there was a guy sitting next to me in row 1, and he's on the left-hand side aisle. And I guess what had happened is a couple people had walked by and been like, goom, with their backpacks. And so the guy's like I think he finally like reacted like the third time. It was like, they kind of like pushed somebody away. And then he was like this. And the flight attendant comes up and is like, hey, sir, like, are you okay? I know you may have gotten hit. Should we move you? Is there a way I can help? He's like, no, I'm good. Just have your passengers not hit me with a backpack. And she's like, I know, I get it. And I don't, do we need to move? Do we need this? Bro, I love them too. But the flight attendant kept coming back. And she asked him like twice on her own. And then she brought like the lady who's running the gate on to be like, hey, sir, should we reseat you? And he goes, no. Once again, you need to stop fucking having your passengers hit me with their backpacks. And I looked at him. I'm like, yo, bro, I got you. Yeah, I'm with you. I get it. And he kept getting more pissed and pissed. I was going to be on this. If like security came on or something, I was going to have his back and be like, look, I watched what happened. Dude got smacked like 2-3 times. Yeah. The flight attendants wanted to make a big deal out of it. Like, we need to fucking move him or like something. No, just, I would say it's not the flight attendant's fault. But at the same time, like from the flight attendant, be like, yo, sorry. Hey, people are doing this and this.
Hey, so exactly what you're talking about right there, and everybody in the audience knows this kind of shit. So I've been smacked so many times, and the Giants. Thank you, by the way, for the San Francisco Giants allowed me to fly first class, and so I'm on there, and people are just coming by me, and like you said, they're doing this and that and whacking me upside the head and all that, and so now what I do is I pay attention the whole time that everybody's boarding, and as soon as somebody comes on like that, I fucking stiff arm them.
Yep.
And as soon as he starts to turn, I fucking stiff arm him, and I damn near spin that motherfucker around. And he's like, hey, I said, you ain't gonna hit me upside the head with your fucking backpack because you're a fucking idiot. I'm fucking taking control of this situation. And yeah, so I pay attention now while people board until everything kind of settles down. So
Thrill, what's the worst seat that you've ever had on a plane?
oh my God, that's an easy one right there. Josh knows because I told him the story, but I was in the middle seat in between my dad, who is a big man, and another 350 pounder. I was in the middle seat from Miami to Buenos Aires, 11 hours.
What the fuck were you going to
Dude,
Buenos Aires for?
I was like this. I was like this for freaking 11 hours because these two big son of a bitches took up both of the other seats, right? And so finally, after about I don't know, maybe 6 hours, I said, fuck this. And I got up and I went to the back of the plane and I was just standing there talking with all the stewardesses and all that and the flight attendants. And they're like, sir, you got to go back to your seat. And I go, no, I'm not going. I said, go put somebody who's freaking 120 pounds in between them two bastards, not me.
Dude, what were you going to Argentina for?
I was going down there to dove hunt, yeah.
Okay. So I had a similar story. I got stuck towards the back of the plane in a middle seat for a 6-hour flight from San Francisco to Miami. And I did the exact same thing. As soon as the bang flash, seatbelt sign went off, I went and stood up for the next 5.5 hours until I had to fucking sit down again. Awful.
The flight attendants are like, sir, can you please sit in your seat? No, I'm not.
No.
No.
The only time I sat down is when they put on the fastest seatbelt sign, and I had to.
Hey, let me ask you this. All right? Because you even just said it about Southwest. If you have your pick as to what seat you take in Southwest, what do you pick? Being as you a number A1.
So I always go row one, either aisle or window. I typically would never go window, even on first class flights. I do not like window because I have to bother the people next to me to get up. On Southwest flights, there's enough room up front where I can get up, walk into the aisle to the bathroom, to the galley area, and be totally fine. And the two people next to me have no idea. So when I do fly first class, which honestly, dude, I've told my wife this before. I'll empty our bank account flying first class if I have to. Like it's that important to me, and it's not a status thing; it's a comfort thing, where I do not want to get jammed back. So if there are not first class flights available or they're just horrifically expensive, then the first row after first class, in my opinion, is basically just as good. I don't care. I just want to spread my legs, and then or the exit row.
You don't mind having, if you're not in first class, you don't mind having the bulkhead and having a little extra leg room and sticking your shit up top.
I'm all in. That's why the Southwest thing, like business select, is everything for me, and that's why I get pissed when there's 30 pre-boards, and then the pre-boards take the front row. Now, I've been lucky because I would say probably like the past half dozen trips, they've had a lot of pre-boards. And when I get on the plane, there's still, I'm A1 through 15, and there's still first row seats available. So I've been able to get first row. I'll even sit first row middle if I have to. That doesn't even bother me. It really doesn't. It's not about, it's just about, it's the leg space for me more than anything, and the freedom to get up and move.
So, so you like to do that, and that's your preference. I get it. If I have, ample time in between connections, which I try to set up, all right. What I wind up doing is, believe it or not, I go to the back of the bus. I go to the back of the plane,
Yep.
and I'm either second or third row front to back. All right. So, and I'm always on the aisle because I don't want nobody freaking bumping into me and all that sort of shit all the time.
Agree.
And yeah, and I don't want to feel like I'm claustrophobic. I can spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Well,
the bathroom's right behind you. If you need
it's
to get
great.
up, you get up, go stretch right behind you, and you ain't got to worry about it. Plus, on top of that, if it's not a full flight, the last place anybody's going is the back of the bus. They all got to take the first part of the plane. And so there's a lot of times where I'm in the back of the bus, I got a row to myself kind of thing.
So Biscuit and I do that every single time when we get on the plane and the first row's taken. We go to the very last row by the shitter. And they're the seats that don't recline. So I sit on the aisle, he sits in the window, and we know the last person on the entire plane, if for whatever reason he doesn't show up, we will have the empty spot. Because we also
There you
get
go.
big, like this, and you kind of lean
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
It's
yep.
just
You're right. You're right. It's cool as shit, man.
I love being able to get up, just get up and move. I think that's the biggest thing.
Hey, well, I got
All right, Thrill. So
you.
5-2 Giants right now.
What's up? What's
It's
the score?
5-2 Giants right now.
Okay.
We're in the bottom of the sixth. There's one out. We got Webb is out of the game. Quality start though, in my opinion, in Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, if you can last that long in Colorado, you done good.
Well, we could
Two
go
things.
ahead.
Things. First off, you got talking about Webby. Um, Randy Rodriguez, who was having a phenomenal year, rookie year, All Star, all that sort of stuff, blew out, and he's got to have Tommy John surgery. Um, so sorry to hear about that for Randy because he's a good kid. I really have liked Randy over the course of my dealings with him in the minor leagues. So sorry to hear about that for him.
Thrill. This is why we love Deuces Wild, though. This is so fantastic because we did not get the replay of the Casey Schmidt homer that knocked the dude on his ass. But the legendary Mike Crudelli sent us this.
Oh, boom! Take that, Jack.
So
Down
good.
goes Frazier. Nice job, Mike Crudelli. Our our
Crudelli,
cap, our caps are
fucking
off.
fantastic, man. Yeah. Tip of the cap.
Nice job.
That's I don't know why the broadcast didn't show that over and over and over and over and over again.
That's one of them funny ass shit. It's like, how can you be in the production truck and not go, oh God, let's see that one again.
Are we too sensitive?
Oh yeah, we
Is
are.
that it?
Way too sensitive. Back in the day, they'd be like, show that motherfucker again. Show it 3 times.
Oh man. All right. Well, talk to me about killing hogs. So what do you do? What do you do to go slaughter these
Oh God,
big old
what
fucking?
have I done?
They're mean too, aren't they?
Nah, they're not that mean. They run from you until they're cornered. But just they're an invasive species. I got 29 feeders and 29 cameras, and I legitimately have hogs on 19 of my cameras. So that's 19 different packs of hogs that I got on this place right now.
So hogs, they obviously like the
Oh yeah,
Uh,
big time.
right?
And, and
They're mass reproducing.
yeah, but their gestation period is 6 months, and a newborn can breed after 6 months.
No.
So it is just like it's a mess. I mean, it's a mess. I mean, I'm right now. There's no way that I can't shoot enough of them. I mean, I've been here a day and a half. I've killed six, and I ain't even made a dent in them.
What would happen if you try to keep one of the hogs as a pet?
The dude next door did that, and you know, Linda was asking about this. She was asking about it last week. She was asking about bacon, and a wild pig, because he's so active, he doesn't have bacon. Bacon comes from kind of your brisket area, and oh, we lost him. Is it me or him? Chat room, fire it up. Is it me or him? All right, thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
I'm back.
There you are. So anyway, so the brisket area on a wild pig is literally about that thick, and so there is no bacon. Whereas on a domestic pig, it's like that thick, and that's where your bacon comes from. So we use the wild pigs for other things, Linda.
So you ain't getting no bacon off that.
No, but I tell you what is freaking unbelievable is if you take your shoulders off and then you take your hindquarters off and you keep the spine intact, and then we cut pork chops out of that. And the pork chops are as good as the pork chops you buy in the store. They're freaking dynamite. Dynamite.
Sounds like a lot of slice and dicing, dude.
Well, put it this way: if we had a little bit better service tonight because of the storms and shit, I'd walk you into the walk-in cooler and you can see the hogs hanging and what I'd have to do to them.
Thrill, I only got like a minute or two left because the family's downstairs already eating dinner. Can you tell me right there, like the two the deer heads you got? Like you saw me, I sent you the big buck I had in my front yard.
Yeah, yeah. So these two dudes right here, believe it or not, are Texas deer. But let me see if I can do this. Hang on. Hang on. There it
Oh,
goes.
a bananas hat from a little kid.
Yeah, oh yeah. Go ahead. Let
Everyone.
me get out. Let me get out the way. All right. The deer. The deer right here in the corner, next to the foxes, is one of the deer killed by our man Josh Thoreau, who's in the chat room right here. So Josh has his. Let me see,
That baby
that,
JT.
that guy right there. Yep. So JT has his big old buck mounted at the double deuce.
So what do you do with the pigs after you kill them?
So I legitimately do what I do with everything else: make sausage and pork chops and tamales and burritos and snack sticks, you name it, I do it. And then when I have enough, um, the guy who works for me, he's the local preacher, and I give it to him, and he feeds the local congregation.
Hold on a second, dude. You have the local preacher working for you?
Oh yeah, oh
Doing
yeah.
what?
He was born and raised on this place, and his mom and dad, no kidding, his mom and dad were legitimately 40 acres and a mule.
What does that mean?
So back in the day, the big plantation owners would give black families 40 acres and a mule to farm the land, and they would split it with the plantation owner.
Well, you got 40 acres and you got a mule.
That's what Yeah, that's what the black family got, but the white family was living in the freaking big plantation home up here and had 10,000 acres of ground, and just think of how many 40 acres and a mule people were working for them.
Ah. Well, so then what did like build like little houses?
Yeah. So he was, and he'll even tell you the story. He was one of nine, and they had a 2 room house. Room. So one room was the kitchen, den, sleeping quarters area, and the other room was sleeping quarters. That's it. Period.
I don't know, man. Look. I'll say this. I mean, obviously, some really fucked up times, but I do think there's something very beneficial. And I tried to make this argument the other night when we went to the A's game in Sacramento. I'm like, dude, we're bringing the van. Bring the van. Bring the van. Bring the van. Bring the van. Right? It's got a bathroom in it. You never know. We could get stuck on the highway. Yeah, whatever. Well, sure enough, we get stuck on the highway. It's like a 4 hour trip down to Sacramento. It's an hour and a half drive, 2 hour drive to the A's game. But we were in the car, and we're in the car, and if we were in the van, you know what would have happened? Colton would have been in the back. I Callie would have been like in the back, but in like another seat. Chloe would have been reading like right behind us, and I'm sitting shotgun. Like it just would we would never have the communication. We took the truck, so there are
Yeah.
three like scrunched up like this in the back of the truck. I'm in the front. Tara's there. When you create intimate environments,
Yeah.
it's actually kind of special. And I know,
No,
I
it's great. It's great.
don't know.
But
It's life's about making the most of each and every single opportunity. But
yeah,
it
yeah.
sounds like your
But like,
guys
but
thriving.
like I'm telling you, about this kind of stuff, and Big Mike even said it. 40 acres and a mule was, the Lincoln administration, during the Civil War. So that's how far that goes back. But yeah, it was big in the South for a while, and needless to say, it has been done away with. But it's the fact that up until maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, I guess. I mean, his family's house was still standing on my place. And then, a storm came through and wiped it all out. But, it's pretty cool shit. So,
And there they are.
oh, geez. You got it.
Battleborn
You
and
got it.
Josh. Battleborn, turn your shit sideways, dude, so we can all just like match pictures.
Hey,
At least.
hey. So let me tell you this right now. So Josh
Doesn't work.
got his shit. So tell Tara thanks. But Big Mike has not got his shit. So Tara needs to jump on that.
Well,
No,
big.
Bernsey gave me his love last week when he told me to go fuck myself. I understand. I'm patient.
Put it this way. Put it this way. All right, you're patient, but the fucking package needs to go 30 miles from fucking Truckee to Reno. All right. What
Yeah, but
the
it's coming.
fuck,
It's coming from like
Bernie?
Florida, though.
Jesus Christ! Well, if it's coming from Florida, ship it to me. I'll fucking overnight it to him. Jesus.
Hey, real quick, guys. I want to say uh, something that you guys were touching on earlier. How we all, well, not you, Josh, but you're different. But how this all came to be. Eric, had I never found your Instagram page on No Filter or on Instagram, had I never joined this No Filter, I never would have most likely met either of you guys. And
Uh,
it's amazing. I
isn't that
mean,
Or
cool?
me.
it's a weird, you know, I'm not a technology guy, but it's a weird
Thumbs up.
fucking ride. And how I became friends with the two of you is from this fucking stupid internet. It is what it is, but pretty fucking
Stupid
cool.
internet. I love it.
Pretty cool. Jared Sunday. Jared's like, "Hey man, I met Burns." I'm like, "You guys were both in Vegas at the same time?" Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, "That dude's wild." I'm like, "Yeah, you're wild too." All of Jared's friends that he grew up with, they're like, "How the fuck do you know Jared?" I'm like, Will Clark introduced me to him. I mean, what a fucking weird world we live in.
It really is,
Yeah, no
man.
shit.
Well, so check this out. So here's a great part about like this past weekend. I'm playing in a pickleball tournament in Las Vegas, and Battleborn Mike and his brother Jason are at my kid's baseball game in Reno.
Yeah.
EP, do you
So,
travel with your own paddles?
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I travel with 3, 4 paddles.
You know, stop
Um,
by the Walmart and get a badminton paddle?
no, dude, no, no.
Oh, there-
It's I
there-
certainly traveled by old paddles, but hey, Battleborn, but just to let you know,
yep.
they won that tournament, dude. They slaughtered. It was a 15U team with Colton, who's 13, who was 13 still, playing a
Yep.
16U tournament, and they went and fucking dominated start to finish.
No, so we were there Saturday. We saw the morning game, the afternoon game. Sunday, Sandy had to sleep, and that one was fucking literally like I could walk there to that one or those two.
I
Um,
was there on Sunday. I made it back for both the Sundays games actually.
I had to do work shit. It pissed me off, and then Monday, sorry man, dove season opened. It was time to go fucking kill shit. So
That's that's
there's
that's
priorities.
I love it. Well, I appreciate you guys showing up. Just at
Oh,
all.
dude, it was great. I'll tell you what, man. Biscuit, holy shit! That when I drove into Worcester, that's the high school I went to. I drive into the parking lot, I park, I get out, and fucking kids are getting out of cars that they drove with no parents, and they're in uniforms. I'm like, how many? There's only one baseball field here. How many fucking tournaments are going on at the same time? Then I'm sitting there talking to Tara. We're sitting there watching the game, and I'm like, some of these kids are fucking big. And she's like, oh yeah. And then after the first game, Biscuit's like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, da, da, da. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. I mean, you got tall last year, but you're taller now. And he's like, oh, some of these kids are 16. I'm like, yeah, obviously. I watched them drive in here. I'm like, how old are you? He's like, I'm 13, almost 14. I'll be 14 soon. I'm like, holy shit. And then watching him, I mean, I know all these travel teams and this shit. These are hand selected. Watching Biscuit play with these guys, just like I have since I first met you guys, watching him play up, he's as good or better than pretty much every single one of them. I'm like, this kid's got, he's special. There's,
It'll be
Hey, Big Mike.
it'll
yep.
Big
be
Mike,
fun.
did you happen to see the Instagram video where Eric was pitching batting practice to Biscuit and Biscuit drove one off his neck and one off his ankle?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and that's payback for all the shit the times he fucking hits Biscuit.
Yeah, but Josh, tell Thrill what I did after that.
He- what do you mean when you were after you were done
Real
pointing
After I got hit in
at
the
the
head, after I got hit in the
yeah
head and hit in the
yeah
calf, what did I do?
he got hit he had hit in the head and hit in the calf. He went right back at it.
Oh, I fucking drilled him. That's enough.
He did. He went right back at him. He
I
said, "Here you
draw.
go."
I know he's not trying to do it, but it's enough.
He goes, "See, I'm Randy Johnson all of a sudden," and hit him right in the thigh.
I hit him in the ass. I didn't go high.
You know,
Oh
speaking of big
shit.
guys and you guys traveling on airplanes, being the more diminutive person of the group, I was the little bastard that got stuck in the middle seat with two guys like Louis Anderson on each side of me that had arms like Jello, where I would have like my arms on the armrest and I couldn't get up or move. I would be like enveloped in their fat. for like 5 hours going across the country or something like that. And they go, oh, there's that little bastard. Did you need to go to the bathroom? I go, no, I already did my pants. So,
It was always nice to get someone like you that came and sit in the middle, though, Josh. I mean, that's
yeah,
a
I
treat.
know. Yeah. Yeah, I had all the leg room I needed.
You guys, I got 2 minutes until I got to get down. I mean, I should have been down 15 minutes ago. But any final words? Any final thoughts, Josh or Battleborn, before we get back to Thrill here? Or
I'll
throw
say this.
anything you have for these guys as when they're still on camera.
Go ahead, Big Mike.
Yo,
Big Mike, what do you got?
Will.
Mike, Will's asking you to go. Speak.
Oh, all right. I'll see you.
No, he's asking you to speak.
Oh shit. Oh, about what?
Like a parting shot before he says, see ya.
Okay, parting shot. Josh, 77 days. Thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate it. Bernsey, it was a pleasure to watch Biscuit play on Saturday. Wish I could have been there Sunday. There was no way I was going to be there on Monday. Will, can't wait to see you again, man. Thank you guys.
Battleborn, that's not bad, man. I seriously, like, I really appreciate you. See ya! That's it. That's cool. He went to my kid's game, and it's fucking awesome. All right, Josh, what do you got for the audience tonight?
It's funny, you gave him all the nice stuff, or he gave you all the nice stuff. I want to point out that you two are wheelchair haters.
Not true. Not true.
Hey, this one over here.
I'm a wheelchair supporter for those who need them. It's a
Yeah,
great
for
means
those
of
that need.
Fuck
transportation.
'em!
For those who don't need them,
I'm gonna talk to yeah. Let's talk to the guy over there that's had a couple of Jack Daniels. So what do you think about the parking brake guys there, Thrill?
What the fuck are y'all doing? Take that fucking parking thing off of there.
Oh man, I think it's hysterical. You know, you got the spaces in the malls. I remember going. Will and I used to go to a lot of concerts back in the day, and you go and you got those parking spaces, the $300 ticket, and the guy's getting out with the fake limp of the
yeah,
Corvette. You know, the Corvette
yeah,
that's that far off the ground, right? Those are the
yeah,
ones you just like to, cold
yeah.
cock. But
You know, Josh.
yeah, but anyhow, and the thing about the groups getting on the airplanes, when it says you can check in 1 minute, boom, I check in. I am always the last fucker to get on that plane. Don't know why.
I'm the last guy to get on the plane when I have an assigned seat. Oh, I don't care. I will be the last guy on the plane. But the problem with Southwest is you can't do that.
Not
So
anymore. Yeah, used to be where you get on. You don't. You're not old enough to remember PSA. PSA in the old days had seats at the back that faced each other, the very back row.
well, I like that.
It
I go.
was fucking
That's how the private
awesome.
Thrill knows. That's how the private charters are.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Josh.
Anyhow,
That's where all the
thanks,
cars
Tara, for the merchandise. I finally got it. Life's happy. Appreciate it.
Sorry it took so long, man.
Don't worry about it. I'm patient. See
All
ya.
right. All right. See ya. Thrill.
Hey, back in the bus like that, like Josh was talking about, that's where the card games were.
You're damn right. That's where all the good card games were.
Yep.
Giants 5-4 right now, Thrill. So hopefully we can hold on right here. And
Yeah, somebody just went deep. So
yeah, I saw that. All right, man. Any fun?
We had a few little technical difficulties, but damn, I enjoyed this show. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, you put some Jack Daniels in you, and I'm having a couple cocktails over here. Like, life's good, dude. We just fucking roll with it. We got off topic. I don't say off topic. I mean, we don't have any topics here, but we certainly dove deep into the airline seat situation, which I think is important to talk about. And by the way, don't ever fucking recline. Don't ever recline. Never recline. Never recline. I hate recline. I cannot stand recliners. Don't fucking recline.
All right, then.
Those are my final thoughts.
He's not a recliner. But
I don't want somebody in my lap, but I don't want to be in somebody's fucking dick. I'm not interested. Either way,
All right then.
if you're the recliner, you want the back of your head in some dude's crotch. And if you're sitting back there like you want someone's head in your crotch, get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. Fuck.
Oh God, you are such a fucking beauty.
All right, Thrill. Well, go kill some hogs
Nothing
for us, man.
Hey, I got a bunch of them killed already, and hopefully the next 2 days, whack and stack some more.
Whack and stack. That's 2 words of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Whack and stack. And then over modulated is the other one that we'll dig into.
I overmodulated quite a bit. Quite a bit. That's what I was told. So anyway.
Shout out to our guy Gary.
Gary Park was his
Gary
name.
Park. Is he still with us?
Gary, yeah, you're correct. And then not only that, Gary had the ultimate fake tan. Ultimate.
Oh, good for Gary.
Gary was orange. He was so tan.
No, it's just a lot of makeup, man. Gary got in that makeup room.
No, he was orange. He was deep in fake tan and shit. So.
Oh, all right, Thrill. Are you gonna be with us next week?
I am not going to be with us next week. I am going to be in Washington, D.C. with my camo company trying to get a contract. So, sorry, I'm going to miss out on next week. But then the following week, I am here.
All right, we will be back, and hopefully the Giants will still be in it. Ball driven, deep right field. There it goes, up and out of here. See ya. A 2-run home run, just like that. The Giants, the Gigantes, go up 7-4. They are on some kind of fucking heater right now, Thrill.
Hey, it's all about the homer with those guys. We even talked about it.
Patrick Bailey, let's give him some love. He's had a rough offensive season, and he comes through big.
Yep. Got a cookie and took advantage of it.
Let's see what happens when you swing the bat. Good things.
Amazing what happens when you swing the bat and stay through it.
All right, Thrill. See you in a couple weeks. We will be back on. We got Daily Hustle tomorrow. We have all kinds of other Daily Hustles happening. We'll do a Deuces Wild next week. Obviously, won't be the same without Thrill, but we'll certainly bring you some kind of programming next Tuesday, and then Thrill will be back on the following Tuesday. If you like the show and you're willing to leave a review, thank you. It really helps with advertisements and everything, so we don't have to be our own title sponsor. But because we are our own title sponsor, don't forget about the Foot Reflexology Board. That's right, Thrill. I'll send one your way. Pick that up at ericbyrnes.com.
Please send me a foot reflexology board so I can burn it. And then in the meantime, all of you people, Jack Daniels has gone by the wayside. Sorry.
Oh, that's a hell of a couple pours, man. Good for you.
He's a gurn per kern.
All right, Thrill. On that note,
my brother that was talking to me is no longer talking to me.
Yeah, but you know what he fucking said on the way out? See ya!